I can't tell you how many times I've been asked, what school did you go to? Meaning, what college did I go to? And quite honestly, I don't understand why people always assume that I went to college. I mean, I guess maybe because I've learned to be more articulate. I've learned to develop better communication skills. I've learned about technology. I've learned about business. I've built companies. I've done all kinds of interesting things. And I guess you could, in this weird world we live in, you could assume that all of that is because I went to college, And I think it's actually, I think it's quite not shameful, but I'm trying to figure out the right word. I think it's kind of ridiculous to think that because of all the things that I've done was because of college. We put this, for decades, we put this big like moniker, right? Or this idea that basically that you're not going to make it if you don't go to college. And so I've been asked many, many times, why didn't you go to college? And the really simple answer is I learned through the torturous years of going to public school, K through 12, that me and that system, not aligned in any way, shape, or form. And it wasn't that I didn't see the information and could do well in school. It was just that I hated it and it was just stupid, for lack of better ways to describe it. I love that we can just get right down to it and let's get down to like the 5th grade level of calm here. Is quite honestly, it was just stupid. The whole method, the whole system. And I learned over time now that I'm obviously well beyond the K through 12 program, of why. Because I've always sought out why did I not align with that system. And unfortunately that I listened to myself, my gut, in those days, that why would I, if I didn't like the K through 12, why would this collegiate experience, some magical, mythical way that was going to be better for me or help somehow, some way it was going to help me move or grow through the world when I hated the K through 12 model. So quite honestly, I just found that system didn't align with me. And why would I want to torture myself for another however many 4+ years? In my case, probably would have been 5. To get what? To do what? You see, there's been this false narrative that has been taught for decades now that it's not about the higher education model. I'm all about 100%. Everybody that knows me, I mean, quite honestly, that's why I do this stuff. I don't need to do this stuff, right? I don't need to get on video and build courses and write books and do all these kind of things that I do. But I do it because I believe that everybody needs to be in a very, very good, solid, consistent higher education program. I just don't believe in the one that has been created, unless there may be some critical position, job, career path that you want to take that 100% requires that system, whether it's law, medicine. I just think it could be done a lot better. It could be done in a host of better ways, but again, that's just me talking. What do I know? I do know how to get free, which I think at the end of the day, that's what everybody wants, is their own very specific, individualized level of freedom and what freedom means to them. And so I've had many, many people ask me why I didn't go to college, and basically it just did not align with who I am as a human, how I'm wired, and at the rate of which I want to win. I've been in this self-development, if you will, personal development, which again, I don't understand why people don't understand that college is personal development at some level, right? But for most people, they just don't know what to do with their life. They haven't spent any time trying to figure out what they want to do. by getting out in the workforce and actually participating in the economic system, as opposed to just going to school and continuing the same bullshit that you've been learning or attempting to learn in that type of methodology for all the previous years. Now again, I'm significantly biased, and my kids knew early on that if they wanted to go to college, they were going to pay for it, because I don't believe in that system. So many of you know my daughter went to U of A, and that's because she went on a swim scholarship, right? And my son's more like I am, kind of like that concept or idea, that path, just because all his friends wanted to go do it, yet most of them don't know what the hell they want to do or what the end game is. And so why not just go out, to me, I'm like, why not just go out and start participating in the market? I don't know what I want to do. Great. Then go get a job in something that's close to what you like to do and go on a discovery journey, right? And to figure out what it is that you may want to do. I'm of the mindset now that there's enough tools and technology out there today that we can go on a journey to discover how we're naturally wired from birth, what kind of activities bring us energy. That's by taking your Kolbe test, so go take it. And then just figuring out how I'm wired from birth, figure out how I'm wired from my community, how I've been programmed, things that I want to do, the things that I don't want to do. And you can just start making, the old proverbial T-chart and walk yourself through these models or ideas to see what will fit with you. I mean, at the end of the day, your whole life is only about how you feel in life. And so if you're not going to put some real effort into making yourself feel good, what's your life about? So I knew that the collegiate model wasn't for me early on. I started my first business right at 19, right out of high school. And then I just got started. How do you do it? We didn't have the internet then. I read books. I found cassette tapes, and then fortunately CDs came. I started learning how to go add value in the world, how to start creating new skill sets in my life so I could communicate better, so I can learn how to write better, which again is really about communication, right? So why I didn't go to college? Very simple. That system and I were not aligned in how I learn and how I want to show up in the world. And today you now have the world at your fingertips from an education standpoint, because we have YouTube and a series of other things, but you can learn pretty much anything you want to learn about anything on YouTube, mostly for free. It's the greatest time in the history of the world. So, do I believe in the college model? I think it may work for some people, and if that's what they want to go do based on the thing that they're aligned with, go get them, right? You just got to ask yourself, is it a worthwhile investment of time, money, human capital, and your ideas, right? The 4 basic resources. And if it is, go get them. For the vast majority of people, it's a massive time suck and a massive financial burden that you're going to put on yourself for what? A piece of paper doesn't mean jack today, in most cases. I know I'm going to get some haters. That's okay. But I'm telling you what I believe and how I feel about the system. I think the system, the education, the K-12 system isn't broken. It's designed to do exactly what they want it to do, is make a bunch of mind-numb robots, just push everybody through the system, get them in, get them out, no child left behind. Yeah, how'd that work for us? So if you believe in this education system that's going to help you become successful in life, don't hold your breath. Don't wait for it. This whole education model is designed very specifically, because if we really wanted to change it, after trillions of dollars of investment over decades into this, in what we call the education system, we should have much better results. So all you have to do is follow the money and look at the results, and you'll understand why I did not take the collegiate path. So, cheers.